Hey, good morning, Gary Radnich.
Hey, good morning there, Mark.
Hey, preseason football's never been so exciting, or at least the scrimmages. I always wondered why teams would scrimmage other teams in the preseason. It got pretty ugly yesterday with the Raiders and the Dallas Cowboys.
You know, Mark, I've always pegged you as a classy guy, but to start with practice violence.
Practice violence, yes.
Yes, from Oxnard.
From the great town of Oxnard, which used to be the Raiders' practice facility when they were down in L.A.
Yeah, and then the Dallas Cowboys have been working out there for years, and so the Raiders go down there for 2 days of practice, and it is you can't see the fans real clear in this video, but if you look screen right, there's a fan coming in with a helmet. These guys, some of these people travel down there to watch practice, and then they go after that number 20, which is Webb. You can see a helmet bopping off his head, and that's a fan throwing it. So there you go. People behaving badly.
Yeah, and I guess there were a lot of, Raiders fans still in L.A., and they brought helmets to be signed. And here's the best part. They're having another scrimmage today.
Yes, well,
why?
The Raiders host Detroit on Friday. I hate to say it, an exhibition game won't nearly be as entertaining.
And I have some very good news for you. Just crossing the wires, the game is not blacked out. They were going to black out the preseason game at the Coliseum, but they just sold enough tickets.
Mark, but when they say just sold enough tickets,
10.
Does it say how many they had to sell? Let's say, 48,000, 50,000 would be considered a sellout. I mean, they're not good. They didn't sell that many tickets for a practice game.
All they're saying is it's not a sellout, but enough tickets have been sold that it will not be blacked out on local television.
All right.
When do we start to see the players in?
Last night I said my estimation is 20,000, at least 20,000 people are going to enjoy that game for free.
And are we going to start to see more of the regular players, the starters, in the second game of the preseason, or not until the fourth?
Well, actually, they say the third is the one.
Okay.
Okay, the third is the one because they call it dress rehearsal, and then the fourth is the last one. They don't want to get anybody hurt.
Okay.
So if you're going to buy your exhibition game tickets, go for number 3.
Okay, good to know. And at least in the meantime, the scrimmages for the Niners and the Ravens have been going a little bit better. I guess when you have brothers as coaches, things are a little calmer.
Yeah, no, they're buddy-buddy, those two guys. So, that good for them. The Harbaugh brothers, where they had an exhibition game on Thursday, then 3 days of practice, and like I said, those guys, they're pretty tight brothers, so you're not going to see those teams act crazy.
And word is Aldon Smith has been tearing it up now that he's about to get suspended. Harry's playing great in these scrimmages.
As opposed to somebody saying, yeah, Aldon Smith has been terrible, and on top of that, it'll be a 6-game suspension.
Great.
So, hey, in fact, what are they waiting for on that? Announce the suspension.
I think they're waiting for more spacing between the Ray Rice suspension is what I think they're waiting for.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, people are going to compare one to the other. That's
no matter how much time passes.
Yeah.
Out of the A's, and this John Lester deal just looks better and better. Man, that guy is good.
Yeah, he finally gave up some runs, but
early.
Nonetheless, the Angels and A's, that may be the best race if you just talk about, when you want to follow both teams, because the Angels have all those big-name talent, and were they 3.5 back, but the A's, they have a bad game here and there, but last night, they put 11 on the board.
Yeah, they did. There was Donaldson getting thrown out the plate, but he was 3 for 4 with 2 homers. He had a good game last night as well. And the Giants have gone from, I think, torture to heartbreak this year. I mean, to be down 2-0, after the first inning, then Vogie settled down, and then to come back in the 9th and then losing the 10th.
I wear this out, Mark, but, you can keep – they had that great first couple of months, but once June hit, that's June, July – and now, we're almost halfway through August where they've been really not very good. You can't keep saying bad streak, bad streak. Maybe this is who they are.
Okay, so we just don't even talk about how many games back they are from the Dodgers, which is, like 6? We just look at the wild card number, just wild card.
The second wild card, they're half a game back.
Okay, so we're only a half a game out of the second wild card. That sounds so much better, Gary.
Yeah, exactly. But my thing is, when you haven't really seen good baseball for, like I said, almost 2.5 months, when's it going to start?
Yeah, hopefully soon. It's just been really disappointing to watch.
Yeah, exactly. But it's you can blame injuries, but a lot of the teams have somebody missing here and there, and they always say by August nobody's feeling good.
Yeah, that's for sure. We're not feeling good now.
Yeah.
And it's only early August. Did you hear this whole thing with Drake and Kevin Durant and the fine from the NBA?
Yeah, well, Drake, who, by the way, did you see him host that ESPN awards show?
No, I missed it.
Pretty good.
Oh, yeah, he did some great bits. I did see that.
Yeah, he's a real talented guy, but he was given a job as like an ambassador for the Toronto Raptors,
Right.
just like a PR ambassador, and he sits courtside at the game and basically lets people look at him. But he was at a concert, and he said, "Hey, Kevin Durant, goes to the audience. Let Kevin Durant know how you'd feel about him if he played for our team." And then they brought Durant up on stage, and the deal was they said, "Hey, that's tampering." And what they fighting? 25,000?
They fined the Raptors 25,000, right?
All right.
So I didn't realize. So Drake is actually an ambassador of the Raptors, so he's officially associated with the team.
Yeah. I mean, I
Okay.
don't know if it probably just they probably don't even pay him, but ambassador means good seats, and you get to walk around and go in the locker room if you want.
So I'm sure there's a lot of NBA players who would have loved to met Drake, but now are just afraid to go anywhere near him for fears that they'll get a fine from the NBA.
Yeah, well, I think more players are interested. How much can you pay me than meeting Drake? But still, no, he's a funny. And the other guy, Lil Wayne now, is butting in there as an agent.
Yes, they are. They're all getting in the agent business.
Yeah.
So
and why not? I mean, I joke about this all the time. Jay-Z's an agent, and if you're a young 25-year-old guy and somebody calls you up and excuse the expression, you say, "Hi, I'm a 5'6" white guy. I'd like to represent you." Or, "Hey, man, I'm one of the great entertainers in the world. I'd like to speak with you. You may get in the door a little easier."
That's a good selling point. Just like all the voiceover work's now going to actors, and like voiceover people can't get work. All the poor agents, Gary, those poor agents.
Yeah,
they're losing all their work to these professionals.
Let's do a telethon for agents,
Okay,
Mark.
we'll do that. Maybe on your radio show this morning. I'll be listening.
All right, thanks, Mark.
All right, thank you, Gary. And we'll be right back as the Crum 4 Morning News continues.